Grand Rising, happy sunrise, people leaps. How are you today? I must say, I'm going through a whole gamut of emotions, feelings, and stuff. It's quite annoying, to say the least, right? So, hang on. So this video can get probably kind of fucking all over the place. Let's see what comes out. I take a drink of my water, and my coaster says grateful. Yes. So let's stop for a moment. And be grateful for a sec. That light is fucking right in my eyes. I'm blinded. She blinded me with science. 111. So, and here we go. I think, yesterday, didn't I do a video talking about people talking about other people and fuckery? Here we go. First thing on the board is playing in your energy. The next thing is, what's yours? So, rather than focusing on playing in your energy, let's just say, what is our energy? Yeah, and exactly. Thank you. How do we know? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because none of this is my energy. Because there's no reason for it. There's no fucking reason for it. A couple days ago, I know exactly where I'm going, you know? What's changing our environment? Who are we talking to? Being very selfish, 222, with our energy. Being very selfish. This is the time. Thank you. Oh, I'm getting chills. Let's ring the bell. It's like combating all this shit. No. When we combat, I gotta block, blah, blah. What you resist persists. That's huge. So what's coming through is some of you feeling like, I haven't even combed my hair yet. Some of you feeling like, fuck this. Fucking tired of it. Fuck these fucking people. Like Dory. Just keep swimming, right? Just keep moving forward. Standing strong, 404. Standing strong on your boundaries, right? Having boundaries. How about that? Let's start off with having boundaries. You know, we have, where do you go from here? Right on the precipice. What to do when we feel off kilter, back end of moon energy, ramped up. I have what's yours, and I circled that here just a few minutes, or, when we started this, but so where do we go from here, from all that we've learned? See, I'm used to going like this here. So there's a lot of changes that need to be made once recognized. Like, I gotta stop going like this. So I walk around like that all the time now, right? And then this happens, and I can barely, I'm making changes where we can in the moment. I wanted to say, I'm gonna say it. What came through was like, wanting to make so many changes at one time, right? Then it's like, we've always been told, or at least I have, I don't know about you guys, or I've heard, I can't say I've always been told, but I've heard for a while, my life, that, don't do too much at one time, you set yourself up for failure. This is all fucking BS again. Belief system. Does it ever stop? No. Are we constantly learning and figuring out that everything, unless you come from somewhere not commercialized, right? Everything we're taught, everything they put out there, everything our parents have told us, everything we hear on the news, everything we hear, and now we have social media, so we're bombarded with it. And now, it floors me. I don't know why this is coming up. That pharmaceutical companies have fucking commercials, ads, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because they like to plant that little seed and tell you this and tell you that. I don't fucking care. But every time we think we're like, we know what's going on and shit like that, then we figure out more fuckery that comes to light within us. And awareness, remember, is key. So that's, I love when you can call it reprimanded, but no, I'm not reprimanded, but I used to kind of feel like that sometimes, by our spirit team, by our higher self, by God. The source, the creator of all things, the light that we're made of. Well, that's inside of us, right? But is it inside of us? Because we have this energy field around us. Everything does. Everything has, like, is it an energetic field or a magnetic field or something? I don't know. It's like, how can one day you feel great, the next day you can't, If you get irritated by people, if you're in a place and, say you don't have to be in that situation, then remove yourself. If they don't understand, let them go. Let them think what they want, right? I don't know. That just came through. Somebody might be in that kind of situation. I know I am most of the time. Recognizing what's ours in every moment. When we do feel off kilter, what do we do with that, When we aren't completely in our, feeling like we're not completely in our purpose, like we're lacking something. So why is that? Why do you feel like you're lacking something now? Why do you feel like you're not doing something right now when you did yesterday or earlier or a week ago, or you have all the way up until the point where you don't? Figuring out, what is it? What's trying to be told to me? What's yours? there's so much going on, I feel. I mean, there's earthquakes everywhere. But then again, you know, earthquakes can be generated. So what's false and what's real? What can we do? Like, I just watched a movie last night called The Remaining. And at first, you know, there was something happened. There was like a noise. I don't know, something happened. And then people just started dropping dead everywhere. Right? All the children and infants, right? Gone. Probably because they're not held accountable. What I find interesting is some churches say, I've been growing up, and even older, like when I was 11, like when I was marrying my second husband, and he's part of the LDS, which is the Latter-day Saints. And those of you who don't know what Latter-day Saints are, they're Mormon, aka Mormon, right? No, and they don't have several fucking wives and all that. That was not a thing. It's actually the opposite of that. Where I come from, or the Mormon church that I was baptized into. No, I'm not a practicing Mormon, for those of you asking. Obviously, I drink coffee, smoke cigarettes, smoke a vape, you know, obviously. That doesn't mean that nobody does that, but I don't know, whatever. That was for whoever. And, one of their things was, you know, there was a pastor of a church, obviously, of a church people went to, right? So people asked, well, why are you here? He's like, well, I was a fraud. I didn't believe. I want to say there's a misconception to that. From my belief. And what he was saying was teaching about, but didn't have a relationship with your Creator. Now, Creator, with your Creator, and I'm getting chills all over. This is interesting, so this is coming up. Let's talk about it. This is where I'll let you guys in on where my mindset's at. So, I get things that come through that are contradictory. No, maybe contradictory to what I believe. How about that? That's what it is. It's not yes. Or to what I've been taught. Learned behavior, right? Things learned. And this is where, you know, critical thinking, we should ask questions. We should ask ourselves questions. That's how we learn and we know and we grow, right? I mean, what the actual fuck right now? I just went off in Never Neverland. I'm back. I kind of want to stop this, delete it, and fucking start over. Creator, that's an interesting word, right? Fuck it, I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just going to do... I got to pause, you guys. You know, so much is coming through. You know, when I start to say something, and then it's like... And then something else is brought in my head, and it's like, what the fuck? Right, you're right, you're right. You know? Where our focus goes, our energy flows. What we think, what we speak, becomes our reality. So shouldn't our focus just really be on love? We lost sight of focus. We lost sight. Maybe this is where the confusion comes in. Thank you. Because we start making plans, and God laughs. Aren't you cute making plans? So where do you think the confusion, the off-kilter, the feeling off comes from? Warning, warning, we're being... Oh, I just got chills all over. So yeah, we're onto something. We feel off-kilter because what's in our head and our heart, we could say what's in our soul and our human, is not in alignment. They're not agreeing with one another. So we begin to feel off. I'm getting what's going to get us through these. I heard days. Oh fuck! I don't like that. Anyway, what's going to get us? Oh God, what's going to get us through? Yeah, thank you. Making a choice. Take everything out of it and think of things from a soul level. Think of things from an eternal level. From like, I'm going to drop this meat suit. But can you really do that if you don't believe in that? Try it anyway. And you'll see, you know, where you're at. Because you know... Nothing, I keep hearing nothing is real. There's nothing left to talk about. Who am I to say fucking anything? Huh. We make plans. God laughs. We make plans. We want to do things from our 3D human perspective. Is that okay? Why not? I'm a human walking around. What the fuck? This is my world. There actually was another message that came through, but just as it came in, it left, so I had to improvise for a sec, you know? Rocking, yeah, I'm thinking. Gotta get that energy moving. Fuckers. Making a choice. Oh yeah, thinking from a soul perspective. Thinking from an eternal being. That you'll drop your meat suit one day, and depending on how you were in that meat suit, you know, Think of it from a video game. A lot of people play games, right? Think of it like that. You want to level up or stay where you're at. You want to put that meat suit. It'll look, oh, I have enough money or whatever. I'm going to buy different clothes. Okay, think of your meat suit as your clothes, right? I want to be a girl today. I want to be a boy. Not in this lifetime. I'm talking about lifetimes to come. You know, do you want to level up? You want to go up? Right? To maybe more of a 5-dimension. Drop the heavy weight that holds us here, that traps us here, all this carbon-based body, right? To move to a different, a light body, per se. Yeah. Just making that choice. But what do we do when we feel off? Why are things not sitting right? Maybe it's a warning to tell you to, wait a minute, guess what? Why do I feel off? What's going on? What's different from yesterday? I have the same plan, right? The same steps, the same thing. Nothing's changed. I'm going this way. This is my end goal. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. This is how I want it to go. Why would I open my eyes and that be different? Not the plan, but the feeling, the emotion, the humanness of it. Why? Where am I off? I need to take a beat, then circle back. Solitude and being alone on this journey, it's, especially for me, is, I'm coming to find out, is even more important than ever before. Let me take that back, because they just brought to me the people that you're with. It's the people you surround yourself with. Oh, we've been told this since we were kids. You are who your friends are. But we're going on a totally different level, on an energetic level. They're giving me that path again. It's like sunny out. Right? It's sunny out. It's a dirt road, or just a dirt path or whatever, dirt, and you see white garment. It's like seeing Yeshua walking right up in front of me, you know. But I must be looking down at the ground, so I'm seeing like your path. I'm being shown your path. And all you could see is the step in front of you. I just heard it's time to get moving. Dog's barking. God. I'm going to go for now. I got some things to work out because I feel like there's some really good messages. That we need to get situated. And this has already been 25 minutes. It goes so fast. So fast. Everything's about choices. Pay attention to your human. We make plans and God laughs. I mean, but we're always told we have to make plans. Make a plan. 10-year plan. 3-year plan. Anyway, have fun with that. Mm-hmm. Keep hearing strawberry fields forever. I apologize. Blew it right in your face. You ever feel like I want to crawl out of your... No, I don't feel like I want to crawl out of my skin. That's not even mine. This energy is not mine. So some of you maybe have a right ear infection or plugged up, right? Because I'm getting that. Taking a beat and circling back and realizing, oh fuck yeah, I forgot. None of that's my energy. I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing. I guess that's what they're talking about. Not I guess. I'm sure that's what they're talking about when staying in your lane. Being in the moment, in the present moment, knowing who you are, where you're going, and what's happening. But you can't see. You only see the step in front of you. The one you're taking. I heard blind faith. Faith you don't see. It's an inside thing, right? So yeah, I like that. I wonder what I should name this video. Nothing is real, I just heard. I keep hearing that fucking Strawberry Field song. I keep hearing nothing is real. There's nothing left to talk about. You like that? It's like hearing, and I don't hear it though, if you know about telepathy, I guess that's what it is. I guess that's what you could say, it's telepathy. The remaining. Then the abyss opened, right? And the demon things were released, so they were taking all the believers, killing them. But wouldn't that just be releasing your soul back to the whole? So the true non-believers, and in that movie, they know, because like somebody like, I choose you, Jesus, right? I choose you, Jesus. I choose you, Jesus. I'm getting, be careful not to worship a man. But the energy and what the man represents and speaks about. What? See, Yeshua was a prophet. a direct connection to the source. I'm getting, read things for what they are. There's nothing left to talk about. We need to go back and find that. I got to look that up. About the first season. Because I want to say in that movie, The Remaining, they were talking about something about seasons, I think, or something like that. And it popped in my head, like things usually do, 3111. That is, okay, so November. There is no 31st in November. Huh. Anyway, 3111. 3111, yeah, that's it. I gotta write that down. Write that down. Why was I seeing 13 in my head? The mirror. Fractals. Fractals. What about fractals? What are fractals? Confirmation verbs. I noticed my spelling is like fucking gone. Like that's not me. Thank you. Things are getting jumbled up and stuff like that because human language is fuckery. It's all spells. We cast spells and they're showing me that it's like all of our work. Like if we could see it all go, right? All of our energy, right? If we were able to see it with our human eyes, we're all speaking. And all of our energy and our thinking and our thoughts and all of our emotions and all of our... That's why the human... Because I'm getting chills. Because emotions are so strong. It's fuel. I heard emotions are fuel. Oh my gosh. There's nothing left to talk about. 3311. The mirror of that is 1133. Look that up on your own, or I'm going to look that up. How do you spell fractals? I don't know. Fractals. Well, this is how I spelled it. That's how I spelled it. It doesn't look right to me, but... So all this energy, say it's all going up. And let's just say, it all goes up into like, yeah, and I watched this movie about Santa last night with, I don't remember the name of it, about Christmas with, Red One or One Red or something like that, with Dwayne Johnson, right? And when the one witch, I can't remember what kind of witch she was, but anyway, she kidnapped Santa. And she sucked his energy to mimic it so it's interesting. And put it in snow globes. Yeah, put it in snow globes. Okay, so everything is... And they had the... the North Pole, the NP TLS or something like that. I don't know. All super symbolic. All super symbolic. I heard you got to read between the lines. fuckery of the words, the fuckery of the spelling, the fuckery of it all. So what do? I heard harness. So what do they do with all this energy? They harness it somehow, right? Because they know. Because they built our truths. They made this world. And everything in it. Not that grows on that. I'm not talking about that. From day one. It's not just here recently, and it's not just this, and it goes back way before you'll ever, way. They built it, they designed it, we live in it, in the dome, or whatever you want to say, right? Constructed, planned out, precisely, I'm getting, for this control. But one day, in our yuga, I wonder what yuga means. You need to look that up. I'm hearing Kali Yuga. Is that Yuga? What is that? There's nothing left to talk about. Yeah, so somebody strawberry. So I'm gonna go because we're gonna dig into this a little bit. So harnessing the energy, our emotions are fuel. We trap ourselves. But one came to free us. And look how many people in his name do fucked up shit. They use the Savior, the Awakener, the Way Shower, the one before us that came to free us. It's like Morpheus to Neo. Okay? To free us from the entrapment, the enslavement that we're in. And then they learn to turn it around and use that same person to trap us in bondage of repeating cycles of less than fear, of less than and fear, sadness and grief. And they call it religion. We'll be back. Love you guys. Peace.